townhome versus single family versus a condo. Which one is better to buy as an investment, folks? Today, we're gonna answer this question. And believe me when I say this, there is going to be a winner in the end. So if that's what you're looking for, stick around for more. Folks, hola, ¿cómo estás? Konnichiwa, ni hao, salam, namaste to all my friends all over the world. Welcome to my new setup. Without further ado, I want to discuss which investment property is best for you. Condo, townhome, or single family. In this video, I'm going to simplify this concept. I have prepared a wonderful chart for you guys, which breaks down each category and each types of house or homes that you could buy and what are the pros and cons, like appreciation, like price to buy or cost to buy, and tenants and so on and so forth. There's pros and cons for everything, folks. So before I start to get into the graphs and charts of which property is better to buy, I want to give you two things, which is the strategy behind this before I even discuss, how do you implement that strategy. So let's start with that. There are two types of strategies. So there's flipping, as in you fix a house, you rehab and you sell. And the number two strategy is cash flow, which means you fix the house, maybe add some rooms or what have you, but then you keep the house long term so you can get monthly cash flow. So let's look at the chart on the screen. Okay, what do you see? On the left hand, I have cash flow, which as I talked about, monthly income. On the right, I have flipping. So cash flow is a long-term game, okay? You won't get immediate money right away. You won't feel rich. You won't feel like there's a lot of money in the bank, okay? That's cash flow. But flipping is short-term investment, which means you will get cash right away. You fix a property, you sell it, a couple of months later, you get some cash. Cash flow has monthly income. Flipping, quick money in your pocket. You're paying lower taxes with cash flow. Here's where cash flow gets interesting. You're paying less taxes, up to zero taxes in some cases, for cash flow. In flipping, you're paying very high taxes. And there are ways around that, folks. I have a service for taxation as well. If you like, you can check it out, entrepreneurextraordinaire.com, and you will see my tax services. I can help you in any kind of situation, one way or the other. Possible tenant issues in cash flow. You have a tenant. You're catering to a tenant. You have a property. You have a tenant living in there. They're giving you monthly income. They may not pay rent on time, okay? The property may be vacant a few months a year, and vice versa. So keep that in mind for cash flow purposes. Flipping, no tenants involved, no problem. However, if it takes too long for you to flip the property, the market may go up and down, the market may crash while you're rehabbing the property, you're in trouble. So there's some pros and cons. Cash flow also has long-term appreciation, over time, right? There's cash flow appreciation. While you're flipping, there's minimal to no appreciation in the property, okay? Because properties don't appreciate every single month. So you're with me so far? Okay, so now you know two strategies, cash flow and flipping. There's more strategies, but we're gonna use these two strategies as a context. So now look at a chart that shows townhome, condo, single family, and how do we actually buy one of them. If you're a beginner and you don't have much cash in your pocket, flipping may be the only way to go. Flipping, wholesaling, subject to are some techniques which don't require much money to invest. You can borrow money, even hard money. You can invest and get some money. If you have a lot of funds, 50 grand, 80 grand more, you could definitely do the other strategy, which is cash flow. I am leaning more and more towards cash flow because I don't want to be flipping properties every day. But, however, there is a but, okay? Somebody recently called me, sold me a property, and I ran the number, and I said, wait a minute, ding, 100K for 3 months of work? Boom, sign me up. So I bought that property. So there may be opportunities for flipping that you don't want to miss. By the way, press a like and subscribe button if you enjoy the content, if you see value, but if you see the honesty behind this research. I put together this graph myself. This doesn't exist on the internet, so hopefully you'll enjoy this. Okay. So let's look at the chart, okay? So let's look at the beautiful chart I put together, which shows you single family, townhome, and condo side by side. Rule number one is affordability. Well, guess what? Single family is low affordability. Not many people can afford single family houses. So how are you gonna flip it, right? Townhomes, high affordability. Condos, high affordability. Cash needed, high for single family. Need a lot of cash to be able to afford a single family house. You don't need a lot of cash for townhomes. You need even low for condos. Appreciation. What happens to appreciation, right? Well, single family, high to medium. Townhome, medium. Not as high single family. Still pretty high. Condos, low appreciation. Okay. HOAs, low for single family, medium for townhome, condos high. Taxes, single family, very high. Okay. Ding ding, big no for me. I don't do high taxes. You know me. Townhome, medium taxes, condo, low taxes. Low to medium, I would say. Profit, same. Land value, high, medium, no value for condo. Restrictions, low restrictions on single family, low restrictions on HOA, but high on condos. On condos, you can't even change the paint and color. Well, you can change the color, but you know what I mean. Like, it's hard to change things because you're in a building and someone else owns the building. Maintenance, completely separate. Everything is your responsibility, most of it, right? For single family. For townhome, it could be shared. Condo, all of it is HOA, okay? You don't maintain anything, it's all of it is HOA. Vacancy rate, that's where it gets interesting, folks. Vacancy rate means there's high vacancy rate for single family. Why is that? High profit, but high vacancy and high taxes. Why is that? Because not everybody can afford single family, folks. When you move away from mass population, you have less and less affordability, okay? Not many people can afford single family. So what happens? Not many people can also rent it. So where do people move then? They move to townhome and condos, okay? A lot of people don't like condos because they have high HOA fees. So given that, what is the clear winner here, folks? The clear winner is in the center. It's the townhome. That's where the bread and butter is. Townhomes, row homes, anything that's 2-3 bedrooms, 2 bathroom is a perfect setting, folks. And condos are a pain because the HOA fees just keeps going higher and higher and higher. I can't tell you how many condos I own. I cry every night thinking, how can I dump these condos? They cost so much money every single month. And there's all these HOA stipulations, like you have to do dry vent cleaning, you have to do this HVAC cleaning, blah, 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 blah. I mean, it's just a nightmare. They can put anything, whatever the community says, in the HOA, and then you have to comply with it. Folks, I was just in Canada. I had a wonderful, wonderful trip. I can't tell you, I saw family, I saw people and friends that I've known for many, many years. And it's a beautiful city, folks. If you had a chance to visit Toronto, please go and visit that. One of the videos that I did with my friend Amr Sheikh there, who's an expert in real estate in Toronto, I'll put the link here, you can check it out, but a wonderful, wonderful setting. And if you guys think the prices in this market is higher, folks, you have to check out Toronto. Toronto is even higher, double, triple the prices of US. So it's pretty crazy how the prices are there. So I think the market still in at least in the DC Virginia area will stay strong when it comes to housing unless the Fed start to increase interest rates, and then it may correct itself. By the way, press like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. If you enjoy the chart that I put together, that's gonna make this chart is so easy, folks. It's gonna make it so easy for you, to make a decision based on this chart. Which one do you really want? You don't have to listen to my advice. You may not like townhome, that's fine. Go with condo, go with single family, try different things, see what you like. Because part of the fun and games in investing is learning. It's falling down and then getting up and then figuring out, oh, wait a minute. Mr. AK was saying, invest in townhomes, but in my area, all these small single family ramblers are doing really well. Maybe I should make money off of that. There's no right and wrong here. And here's what I think. I stay in the center, folks. I want to cater to mass population where most people can buy my properties. And because the more people can afford your property, the more people will buy it, the more people will rent it. And that's where townhomes come in, okay? Because the profit is still pretty high, comparable to single family. Now, let's look at one more chart, the appreciation of these properties in general. Now I'm giving you extra information, folks. So appreciation versus reality. Let's look at a chart here. You can see that in the first, second, third year, properties people think appreciate 30%, but they really don't. They go as high as 20% in 3 to 7 years, okay? That's the max. It has been historic. Now in 7 to 10 years, people think their property will go up as high as, 37% or whatever, but actually in 10 years, a property increases in value much, much higher than that, up to 40%. So another stat I want to share with you guys, look at this graph and chart, okay? Of the areas where by 2030, the prices will be highest. So if you live in any of these areas, I would suggest you either move somewhere else or buy investment property there because it's about to appreciate. And these areas are state of Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Nevada, Utah. Obviously, Nevada is close to California, and Arizona. A lot of people are moving from California to Arizona, as I mentioned in my video called The Great Resignation, folks. So I hope you guys find this useful because I took some time to put this together. Everything is here, folks. You look at this chart and you guys drop a comment and tell me which property type do you think is the best for you. With that, I'll close my video. Thank you so much for 2,000, I don't know, 600-700 users now or subscribers which are watching my channel. Lots of comments. The last video I think crossed 12,000 views just in a week. Wow. I would have never thought I would ever get there, folks, but thank you so much for all my friends who've been helping me through this. I do want to make a big announcement, folks. Some of you may know that my dad passed away a few months ago, and I've decided that whatever monetization I have from this YouTube channel, part of it, 50% or so or more, should go to a charity, but it will most likely go to the causes of children welfare, okay, child abuse, foster care, because I have built a system for that. I'm very close to it. I saw a lot of child abuse there, and it just breaks my heart that nobody does anything about it. So I will be making a contribution myself. I will also come back in my videos from time to time and report to show you where the money is going. As I mentioned to you guys before, that over 90% of my tenants are either veterans, disabled people, people with bad credit, or single moms, and I'm trying to help them, folks. That's my motto, is to create affordable housing. You can still make a lot of money. I make pretty good amount of money, folks, every month without much effort. And I still help people. There's nothing wrong. You can have both, right? You can have both. This channel, again, is strictly for the outsiders, you know, people who don't have access to information, people who are trying to learn a few things, tips and tricks, people who come and ask me, you know, in a store or somewhere, hey man, what do you do? Or they might see a nice car, they might ask me, what do you do? And I'm happy to tell them and share this information with them, because nobody taught me these things, right? I had to figure it out. I was reading all these silly books and I had to figure this out on my own. So I hope you guys don't have to do that. YouTube is a great piece of information. And with that, I'm gonna end this video. Thank you all. I hope you like this new setup. There's a barn door here. I wish I could show you. I wanna thank you again for everybody, for every like, for every comment. If you leave a comment, I will personally answer a comment in any video that you wish. So thank you. With that, I'll see you all in my next video. Bye now.